person on election day, they vote early at their local early voting location, or they vote by mail. It's making sure that we have the safeguards in place to ensure that everyone can have confidence in the accuracy and the security of the election.
Okay, so that leads to this. Remember, the states are merely, quote, an agent for the federal government in counting and tabulating the votes. They must do what the federal government, as represented by the President of the United States, tells them for the good of our country to do.
Yeah, I think this is really simple. You know, I feel very proud about Idaho's elections. We truly have one of the best systems in the entire country. I don't want any other state or the federal government telling Idaho how to run its elections, nor do I feel like we should be telling anybody else. And in this situation, one of the things that has made us so successful as a country, especially in terms of the resilience, I was talking to the Attorney General this morning about it, is the fact that we have each of the states determining how they should vote for themselves. I think that's going to continue. I think both the Constitution supports that, and all the states across the country, whether that's Republicans or Democrats, feel pretty strongly about that.
It's in the Constitution.
It is in the Constitution. It actually is specifically in the Constitution in Article 1, saying that the state legislature shall determine the manner, time, and place of elections being held in their states.
And you're planning on having absentee ballots for the 2026 midterms?
Nothing has changed about Idaho's elections. Idaho will continue to determine how we run our elections, and we really, all as Idahoans, should feel proud of the election system we have.
Secretary McGrane pointed out today this social media post sort of came as a surprise, especially since he told us he's had a close working relationship with the Trump administration since he took office, specifically with regard to elections. You might remember his testimony on Capitol Hill on verifying citizenship status. We covered this back in April. McGrane also said he hopes this post, well, it might open a window of opportunity to reform elections, not just in Idaho, but in other states. For example, making it more common to pre-process absentee ballots to speed up results on election night, which is something Idaho did in 2020 for the very first time. By the way, 34 countries around the globe vote by mail. They call it postal voting. It's also worth pointing out, Mr. Trump actually voted by mail twice in 2020, even handing his primary ballot to a third party to be turned in, despite railing against that process before and since. He even encouraged his voters to cast their ballots early and by mail leading up to the 2024 election.